So this is a Barn Boss. This is a utility vehicle that's used in poultry barns for picking up carcasses of dead animals. And this engine, the engine started belching white smoke because it was burning oil and throwing out the oil. So we got the engine rebuilt, and then they were saying it's starting hard. They have to manually come down here and choke it. And this is an auto choke module. So I noticed that the auto choke module wasn't closing the choke, and I tried manipulating it so it would work, but it didn't. So I put an aftermarket one on there, and so now it starts without coming down here and manually choking it. So this is like an operator platform. It's only a few inches from the ground, so it's easy on and off, and then it's joystick controlled. I'll show you in another video how it works once we get it down off the stand. But they wanted some modifications done to it while it's in the shop because of the way that it's built. Is the muffler is bouncing the exhaust off the ground here in the barn, and it's kicking up dust as it's driving. So it's always kicking up dust with the exhaust, and then the engine is sucking it in to the air filter here and the shroud. So the engine is filling up with junk in a hurry. So what we've done so far is I redone the exhaust. So I'm rerouting the exhaust here with a flex exhaust tubing, and I'm running it out the back over here. And then they can just turn it wherever they want, because the box on it can dump, and the box also has a conveyor in the bed. I'll show you once I get it all put together. I'll show you in a different video how it works. But this is now, this shouldn't be kicking up dust anymore because it's going to be turned out the side, so it's not contacting the ground with the exhaust. And then the turkeys, this is used in turkey barns, big commercial barns. And then the turkeys had pecked off the battery cables. There was literally nothing left, so they were rope starting it with a rope instead of the electric start, because the battery cables were missing. And so we put on a different plate. There was a plastic plate here from the factory that the battery sat on. So I made this stainless steel one that you put the battery on, and it's inside an enclosure, so that we don't have the birds pecking on the top of the battery cables anymore. So that should be out of harm's way. And what else did we do? We had the starter gone through. The starter had issues because it was all caked with junk. Oh, the air cleaner. So this had the factory standard foam air filter right in here. And they wanted that redone so that it's pulling air, instead of pulling air from the ground underneath it when it's kicking up dust. We put on a commercial air filter and mounted it up front here. So the air filter is mounted up front here, and then the tubing for it goes back here, and there's the silicone elbow here that's adapting it. And then there's an adapter for a performance carburetor for a Honda GX390 that's just adapting it to this round hose. So at this time, the only issue that remains is that I made the breather tube out of 3/8 line, and there's the connector hose here has the connector for the breather hose line too, and I made it out of 3/8, and it seems like it's restricting it and it's making it falter at quarter throttle. I'll show you that fitting here. So this is the fitting that joins those two hoses, and then this is 3/8. I'm going to cut it out and put a 5/8 and hopefully clean that up so it doesn't have the restriction. But that's the progress on the Barn Boss. I'm not sure if you've ever seen one of these. This is my first time, and I didn't even know they made such a vehicle. So pretty interesting project. And then this boot was all torn and ripped. The company is able to provide a new one, so they have pretty good part service too. And that's the update for now. Keep you posted.